Let me tell you something that sounds wrong, but is absolutely true. Some of the most financially stressed people I work with in Kenya are dual income couples. Two salaries, two degrees, and busy careers, and yet one financial mess. Not because they don't earn enough, not because they don't invest, but because they are building separate financial life inside one marriage. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover why my money, your money, quietly delays financial freedom. How separate SACCOs, money market funds, plots, and side hustles create invisible leaks. And how couples who align money properly move faster, invest better, and fight less. Stay with me. This might change both your finances and your marriage. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is Manyara Kirago. For over 20 years, I have worked with high-earning Kenyan professionals, engineers, doctors, accountants, NGO leaders, pilots, IT specialists, people from organizations like Safaricom, PwC, Bamburi Cement, BAT, banks, and many other organizations. Many of the couples I work with today enjoy dependable passive income. They own multiple rental properties and have clarity around their financial future. But here is what surprises most people. Their biggest breakthrough was not a better investment, it was alignment. Let's talk about the beliefs quietly sabotaging couples across Kenya. Belief number one: my money is my money, your money is your money. This feels modern, fair, independent, and yes, independence matters, but here is the uncomfortable truth. Two uncoordinated financial plans don't add up to one strong financial future. What it actually creates is duplicated efforts. Two SACCOs, two money market funds, two half-baked side hustles, and zero momentum towards something meaningful. The hidden cost: slow progress, frustration, and the feeling that we earn well but nothing is moving. Number two, a woman must always have a secret stash. This belief comes from fear of abandonment, uncertainty, or past wounds. And the instinct to protect yourself is understandable, but secrecy has a price. When money is hidden, trust erodes. When trust erodes, planning becomes impossible. And when planning breaks down, wealth creation stalls. You don't need secrecy. You need clarity, boundaries, and a shared direction. Number three, a man doesn't need to share financial plans. This one is common and dangerous. Many men believe leadership means silence. I'll handle it. Don't worry. I've got a plan. But money decisions made in isolation often lead to poor risk choices, pressure, and resentment when things don't work out. Leadership is not secrecy. Leadership is shared visibility and direction. Number four, women don't understand money. This myth has delayed more wealth in Kenya than inflation has. What most people call not understanding money is simply not being included in financial decisions early enough. When both partners understand the why, not just the numbers, decision-making becomes stronger, not weaker. Here's the principle that I want you to remember. It's a shared life, and the best financial results come from synergy, not secrecy. Say it again differently. Two aligned people move faster than two independent planners. Another way, you don't need equal contributions. You need complementary contributions. Why does this matter in Kenya right now? Because school fees keep rising. because jobs are less secure than they look, because retirement is closer than most people admit, and because fragmented planning no longer works in a high-cost environment. Alignment is no longer optional. It is a survival skill. Let me tell you about a couple I'll call James and Anne. James is an engineer and Anne is an accountant. On paper, very strong. In reality, confused and exhausted. They had separate SACCOs, separate money market funds, separate brokerage accounts, 2 different plots in different counties, a side hustle that needed constant attention, and constant arguments about where the money goes. Their turning point came during a simple conversation, not about investments, but about direction. They realized something powerful. They were working hard individually, but pulling in different directions. So they did 3 things. First, they mapped everything: income, savings, debt, investments. They did it together. Second, they agreed on one primary wealth goal: cash flowing rental property. Third, they aligned roles. James focused on strategy and financing. Anne handled numbers, controls, and structure. Today, they have completed their first multi-family rental project. Rental income now covers a significant part of their lifestyle. And more importantly, money is no longer a source of tension. Same incomes, different system, different outcome. Let me give you a simple framework you can apply immediately. Step 1, improve communication. This is not about daily money meetings. It's about visibility. For example, a monthly check-in where both of you know what is coming in, what's going out, what's being built. Ignore this and money becomes emotional. Apply it and money becomes strategic. Step number 2, identify strengths and weaknesses. Not everyone needs to love numbers. Not everyone needs to negotiate deals. One partner may be analytical while the other visionary. Ignoring this leads to friction. Using it creates momentum. Step number 3, build skills and reduce gaps. Where skills are missing, systems step in. Automated savings, clear budgets, simple reporting. This reduces stress, especially for busy professionals. Step number 4, define boundaries and roles. Who decides what? Who tracks what? Who executes what? Ambiguity kills progress. Clarity accelerates it. Step number 5, lead with empathy. Money conversations are emotional. Always remember, you are not fighting each other. You are fighting confusion. Let me address what you're already thinking. My spouse is too stubborn. My partner is too conservative. What if I open up and things go wrong? Here's the truth. The real problem is not personality. It's lack of structure. With the right framework, alignment becomes easier than argument. Here is what you can do over the next 30 days. Number 1, you can have one honest money conversation. No blaming. Number 2, list all assets, debts, and income streams together. Agree on one shared financial goal. Assign roles clearly. Automate contributions towards that goal. This is simple, doable, and extremely powerful. And this is what I help couples do inside my financial freedom coaching program. Not random investing, not guesswork, but a clear, structured path towards financial security and peace for the family. If this video resonated with you, I've created a free training called Stop Living Paycheck to Paycheck with These Money Secrets. Inside it, I break down the pillars that help Kenyan professionals move from income dependence to financial independence. Click the link in the description below and watch it today. Let me ask you, do you and your partner manage your money together or separately? Tell me in the comments. And if this video helped you, please like it, subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs this conversation. My mission is simple: to help Kenyan professionals move from salary dependence to lasting financial freedom. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.